Hi, I'm Dr. Angela McBrady of DoctorFlute.com, and today's flute tip is on experimenting with tone. So today when I went to warm up and I was practicing, I'm in pretty good shape. I've been doing a lot of performing, a lot of rehearsals lately, and so I should be in good shape, right? But I went to play today and I did really like my tone. Now, there's some reasons why tone fluctuates like that, and I know in college it used to be like, oh good, today's a good tone day, let's do all of the stuff. Oh, tomorrow I get up and, oh, it's a bad tone day, let me just do technique today, because that's my fallback when I feel like I don't sound good. And when I was in college, like just technique all day, then the next day, oh good, I sound good. Or sometimes you practice for 6 days. I'm a firm believer in taking a day off a week. So if you're in college, take that day off and you will be okay. But that said, I'd come back after taking a day off and then feel like, oh man, it's taking me the rest of the week to get back into shape. Well, I've learned a few things since then, and I think that we can sound good every day, all the time. So when I was playing this morning, I started going, all right, I don't like the way I sound. And partially, it's sometimes because you didn't sleep well last night, and so your muscles are tired, even though it's not like you're talking all night or used your muscles in some weird way, but you're tired. Everybody's fatigued. Have you ever tried to exercise when you're just so tired? You can do it, and it's good to plow through exercise even when you're tired, but your muscles don't respond in the way that you want them to, and you really have to say, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. So I was playing along thinking, oh, I don't sound good. And then I start going, okay, wait, I don't have to sound like that. I can make a better tone, and I can do it today, even though I might be tired, my muscles might not feel great, mentally, maybe I'm not in the right place, and so it's just all coming out in my tone. Have you ever felt when you have a cold that your tone has a cold as well? I remember thinking all of those. I don't have a cold, but you know, it's just all these things that can affect our tone. So what I decided to do is fix it, and fix it while I was playing my technique. I don't ever like to do long tones or something when I feel like I don't sound good. They're too discouraging for me. But I can fix my tone while I'm doing my technique. So I was doing the chromatics from Taffanel and Gobert, number 5. Okay, so it's in groups of 6. I did not just play it in groups of 6. But I thought, okay, I'm going to fix my tone. So the first thing I wanted to do was feel, I noticed for me, one of the first things that happens when I have a bad tone day is I'm applying too much pressure against my lip. I'm really pressing, and that of course is going to give you some intonation. Usually you're flat when you do that. So I thought, okay, first thing I'm going to do is play my groups of 6 and lighten up that pressure, because I can do it while I'm playing. It was a little bit uneven in there, but that's not really what I was concentrating on. So I'm thinking that. Now, the next thing that I'm thinking about is, what is the angle that I'm blowing across this? So I want to experiment with that. And you can take your exercises, whatever you're doing, and just take them out of a rhythmic context and just make your fingers move, but think about, what can you do here? I'm finding the right angle that I want to blow across. I'm lessening the pressure here. And now I want to say, what am I doing with this? Because sometimes, probably all the time, when I feel like I have a bad tone day, I'm way too tight in here. So I'm going to loosen that up. I like that tone right there. Yeah, that's my favorite because I did all those three things. Now, of course, I'm having pressure and air, making sure that I've got support and all that kind of stuff. But it's these three issues, I think, that are going to make a big difference. And they'll change your tone right now as you're playing. And you can even do it while you're doing your technique. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is add articulation, because if I can make a good tone on that tiny little punch of articulation because I tongued something, then I know I'm really on my way to taking my tone to where I want to be so that I can do all the practice and not feel like, oh man, I don't sound good today. So I'm finding that tone again. Now I started to tighten up, so I'm loosening that. As I'm playing, using those articulations, I felt like I was starting to add pressure to my lip. So I backed off of that, saying, I don't have to do that. And as I went through all this routine of just making my fingers work, opening or waking up my embouchure, but doing this loosening up, no pressure except for my air, making sure that I can get a good tone in my articulations. Then I feel like I'm making progress, and I actually like my tone now. So that's what I would recommend that you do. While you are using your technique and working on your fingers, you're saying, what can I do to open up that sound and not feel like I'm stuffy and that it's just not working for me today? I can make a good tone right now, and so can you. Work on that. You will love the results. That's today's flute tip.